Now, we do need to know this framework. PER is prepare, execute. So prepare is first. We've got to prepare. If you've ever heard people who are sewing, cutting, even butchers, measure twice, cut once, right? Carpenters, measure twice, cut once. That's what our preparation is. We're not just going to go to AI and say, write me a really good email. And now we're just going to put our hands together and hope that it understands my brand voice, what I need, what my definition of good is. We're also going to execute. We're going to show how we can execute and use AI to do the execution. So we're going to prepare with some of the help of AI. That is definitely human-led, and then with AI. Execute can be AI, but the review, that's all us, okay? That's all on the human in charge. And really, we want it that way, because if we didn't need to look at it, if AI just got it right away, then what would you uniquely bring to any business, to any customer that they just couldn't get with AI? People tell me all the time, I'm so scared of losing my job to AI. And I explain to them, well, as long as you're bringing something unique, like unique customer service, a personality, a style, a vision, a perspective, an experience, if you're bringing that uniquely, nothing to worry about. But if you aren't, if you're just acting like a robot and can do what a robot can do, then yes, a robot will replace you. So let's prepare first. We're going to stop hunting and let's look at your website copy, your client notes, your brand guidelines, and your meeting notes, right? So let's gather all that together. So let's say that finding this is an issue. What we can do is we can bring our free personal Gmail account, and let me just bring that front and center. So you'll find Gemini by going to the app keypad, and you're going to look for the Gemini Spark. It could be in different places, just depending on how you used it or how you organized it, because you can organize your favorites right here. So I'm going to tap on Gemini, and it's going to bring up another tab. So when I'm in Gemini, and let's say I want to know and find all my client notes for an interior design company that I'm looking for. Now I could go into Google Drive. So let's say I'm going to go back into my Gmail account, and I'm going to go to Google Drive. Again, I found that at the app keypad, and I go up to Drive, which stores all of my documents and everything that I have here. So it's got all of that in my Drive in different files, right? So I could start searching through here and wondering, did I name it the interior designer notes, customer notes? Did I name it ABC company designer, or did I say ABC brand? So this is the typical search. Now watch as the minutes click away, right? You guys watching are, when you're doing it, it feels like I'm just on a mission and you don't realize how much time has passed. But when you're watching it, it's long. So now let's go back here, and I go into Gemini and I plus in Google Drive. Oh, I already had that up there. Find all notes about interior design clients. All right, let's do it. Let's see if it'll do it now. So let's look. It went through here. It found in my Drive exactly the document I was looking for. All right, so it went through here and found it in here. So I didn't have to look for it. Now, if everything was working swimmingly well, that would have taken seconds and not minutes that I could have gone looking for it. All right, now we're going to go back here to the slides. Let's go back here. So we can look for client notes, because usually it's client notes that are hard to find, right? Meeting notes, those are hard to look for. So I use NotebookLM as the hub for this, because it is the only AI that doesn't hallucinate. As long as you don't connect it to, let's say, if you connect it and have it go research. So I'll show you that in a moment. Let me bring this back up again, because you're going to see that I attached what I'm just talking about here in the slide, the business notes and all of that. So let me bring to you NotebookLM, and I'm going to show you where to find it. If you'll go to the app keypad here, again, that's next to your icon, or this could be initials. You're going to go ahead and tap here, and you're going to look for this actual icon, which is NotebookLM, and it'll bring up your NotebookLM. And then for today's session, I put in Demo Trevino Property Management, okay? And I added 6 sources. What did I add? I added their brand blueprint. So we would have an idea of their brand tone, their voice, and who they serve. I also brought in the 20 best social posts that they've ever had that got the most interaction or the most conversions. Then I also brought in 20 client pieces of information, but I scrubbed it of last names and specific PII, personal identifiable information, because I am I'm diligent and also responsible with the information that I put in AI, especially customers and clients, PII, personal identifiable information. And then you'll see also here's there a limit on how many sources you can add in a free Gmail account. No, there's no limit. All of your notebooks are limited to 50 sources. So you can only have 50 of these, which is why I put a document together. I had Gemini beforehand. I went to Gemini and I said, and I speak to my AI better than type. Hey Gemini, I need you to pull in every client note and create a Google Doc about that and put it in the file that I've named Trevino Property Management Demo. It's in my Google Drive. Okay. So that is what I did to be able to create these documents. And the reason that I did is because you can have 25 million pieces of information in one source. So I have actually taken transcripts from 7,000 plus YouTube videos, and the YouTube videos were each 60 to 90 minutes long. And I've taken the transcripts of 7,000 plus and fit that into one very, very long Google Doc that AI helped me put together and attach that as one source. So to answer your question, yes, you can only have 50 sources, but every source can have 25 million pieces of information in there, which is quite a bit, okay? So that is what I do. So I put those together. So I save some space. So I put here 20 client notes. So I did the same thing. I went to AI and said, hey, grab all my client notes for Trevino Property Management, put that all together in one document. Okay. And I'm not having to do this copy, back, paste, and back and forth, which is what I love about Gemini. Because remember what I said about context switching, how much time we lose on context switching. So I also added the 30 outcomes or 30 customer notes. So customer conversations, these are Otter or Fathom or Firefly's notes that were actually taken from a customer meeting. So I have that. So now NotebookLM can understand not just what we say in our brand guidelines or our tone, it actually sees it in the text of it in real action. I can add 5 packages that we're selling. So what are our 5 products here? So if I tap on each of these, you'll see here. So it's actually going through here was what? The LinkedIn post that did really well here, it's actually showing that. Let me bring this down here. So it's showing you what that is. Then I go back to the sources. I can go here and say the 20 best or the 20 client notes, and it's going here through the 20 client transcripts. All right, and Gemini put all of this together. I took the notes when I was in the actual meeting, or actually AI took the notes. I just compiled it together and put it in the file. But even if I didn't put it in the file, MJ, it would go out and look for it, especially if I said I was looking for Trevino Property Management, just like you saw me even just say generally interior design clients. All right, so you see then also what's their mission, their vision, and their core values. That's also important. So then if I were to ask questions of this, it is pulling only from these sources. Or let's say I don't want it to pull from all. I'll tap this off and I'll say, I just want you to pull from the brand blueprint. What are our hex codes? So those are our colors of our brand in code that can be used for digital, or that can help me even in putting Canva designs together, or in AI, Nano Banana, or any other AI. It could be ChatGPT. They do great with images as well. I could be putting that in so it would be on brand and in color with my brand. Okay.